Like, but in such a hurry now, we're passing ourselves out. We're not meant to live like that. We're meant to live as best we possibly can, not in a rat race. See one another, care for one another, time for one another, respect the old people. They're the people that have the knowledge, not the likes of the young ones. And it grieves me, I'll be quite honest with you, Francis, it grieves me, the young people, we isolated them ourselves because we were telling them all this bad times we had and the good times they have. We had bad times, definitely we had bad times. We improved ourselves. Mm-hmm. They're trying to improve ourselves, but every time they mention it, we knock them down. And I'm tired of telling them, like in old folks' parties and that, when the young ones are there, they're great to help. If they go around to visit the old people, when they knock at the door, tell them who they are. Tell them their name. Then if they don't know them, they know someone belongs to them. They know their father or mother, or they know their grandfather or grandmother. And tell them what they come for. To come for a chat and to have a cup of tea and bring a pack of biscuits. They don't want your money. They just want your time and your company. Yeah. And that's what's killing the country, is loneliness. Now, cancer is an awful disease. Suicide is an awful disease. But what is it when you take the gloss off it? Loneliness. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can be inside in the town hall, there can be 300 people in it, and you can be in the corner by yourself, and who's going to come over and say hello to you? Whereas one time, someone would say, come on, join in. There's none of that now.
So we need to go back to...
We need to go back. We need to go back to what we were. Because my philosophy is, I'm only caretaker. I have nothing. I'm only caretaker. What I have, I got the strength from the man above to put it there. When I pop my clogs, I'll go to Gostroni's Hill, which is the name of the graveyard. It'll be somebody else's. So what am I griping for? If I have a few pounds, so very good. If I want to go somewhere, I can go. But I can't bring it with me. When my time comes, it's somebody else's. So what are we griping for? What are we putting on 8 or 9 and 10 rooms for 2 people to live in? Do you understand my drift?
Yes, yeah, of course.
What am I putting money into the bank for? So just because someone says, well, you went to the bank the other morning, the bank manager was talking to you. I'm not, that to me is false pride. I go into the bank, and if he sees me, he'll say, hello, Frank. And I'll say, hello. That's it. I'll come out again. Like, money in the bank means nothing to me. Mm-hmm. Money never meant anything to me. Because I always earned a day's wages, and I always had a
problem. Worked hard for it.
Yeah, I worked hard for it. And I had satisfaction in doing it. Yeah. And I didn't fool anybody, I didn't blackguard anybody, or I didn't try to be smarter than anybody else. I listened to everyone. Anyone on the road, it makes no difference to me who they are or what they are. I listen to their story. They have a story too. Maybe a better story than I have. And they've lived their life to the best of their ability. So I don't look down on anybody. Neither do I look up to anybody. If someone deserves respect, I'll give it to them. If they don't, they won't get it. It's as simple as that. I am an individual. I'm unique. There's no one like me ever in the world. There'll be nobody like me ever again. That is, believe it or not, you think I'm joking.
No, well said. You
think I'm joking. I'm not.
No.
You're a unique creation. Mm-hmm. You have a family. You were born into a family. You had a mother and father. You're not your mother and father. You are Francis. You're not your son. He might be like you in some ways. In other ways, he's a completely different individual to you. All my children are completely different. I can't say, your brother and sister, you have to do this. You have to treat them all as individuals.
And respect that.
And respect it, yeah.
Yeah.
Some do the right thing, some do the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. They'll come back. When they see I do the right thing. Mm-hmm. Their mother did the right thing. They'll come back. Mm-hmm. But I can't force my theory in any of them. I live with them, and if you don't grow up with them, you grow away from them. Mm-hmm. Believe me. Mm-hmm. And they grow away from you, and a lot faster than what you think.
Well, you've given the great example yourself, Kitty, to your own family and to all who know you.
Well, That's my mission.
To what do you attribute your long, healthy life and great philosophy of life?
I suppose it's like everything else, Francis. When you come to my age and you look back and you see the life that I've led myself, I've never drank. I was a very heavy smoker. I gave up the fags over 37 years ago. I haven't smoked since. I don't blackguard myself. I don't. I keep myself well. I eat well. I don't overeat. I eat 3 meals a day and that's it. And I look after the people around me, all the old people. I care for them as best I possibly can. I'll go and visit them, and there in the frost now I went to visit people that are after coming into the place, like to see they were all right and they had a bottle of gas and that sort of thing, because I have the tractor and they had nothing to, only cars, like you can't travel in the frost. I mind myself. I'm regular in my habits and I'm regular in what I do. I don't criticise anybody, because I'm not here to criticise anybody. I praise. If they're worthy of praise, I'll praise them. If they're worthy of telling them they're doing the wrong thing, I'll tell them. I have no scruple in the world in doing that. And I live well. Now that I have the freedom, I go where I want.
Mm-hmm.
When I want. I'm at the stage I can afford to do that now. I'm not bragging about what I have or anything else. I have no mortgage. I don't owe anything to anybody. I have my own house. As a matter of fact, I have 2 houses. But that means nothing to me. As I say, if I'm called tonight, there's somebody else's tomorrow. It's lovely to have them. I've sown some of the land in forestry. I have 34 acres of forestry. So, like let me say, I'm not the lad that started in Churchill. I am the very same person. My home is Churchill. It was. But I'm the very same person. I grew up in Churchill. I grew up in Innistimon.
And that's where you learned most of those values.
From the people that I met, and the people I met in Doolin.
And your family.
And the people that helped me along the way. I have no illusions about who I am.